Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So I'm here today with another thrift store haul, and I believe this is the 19th entry in this thrift store haul series. And looking over at my stack of movies, there's a lot more that I can be doing here. Actually, it's been a while since I've done one, maybe a month or even more than that since I did number 18. And at that point, my stack was getting pretty small. But over the past few weeks here, I've been hitting up some local thrift stores throughout the area. Even up at my by my parents' house. My mom and I have been going to some after work sometimes. Well, I have a whole bunch more now, so there's no end in sight for this thrift store haul series, and I am excited to share with you guys what we have today. It's kind of a mishmash of items today. There's some CDs, some soundtrack related, some otherwise, some books, both young adult and middle grade, and then I just grabbed a random stack of 12 movies to talk about. So tons of different things to get into here, and I cannot wait to share with you guys the items that I've been finding relatively recently, I guess, at my local thrift stores. So if you guys do have a second, please hit that like button. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into Thrift Store Haul number 19. I'll start off with the CDs I found. Frankly, I don't have too much to say about these, but I wanted to share them with you. So the only reason I've actually started looking through the CDs is because I've been buying a bunch of PlayStation 1 games recently, and 9 times out of 10, they just have bad cases. Well, I was looking online to try to buy like new jewel cases, and those things are not cheap. And so then the idea hit me. The thrift store, it's 2 for $1, so why not try there? Obviously, there are a bunch of cracked cases there as well, but you might get lucky and find some ones that are in much better shape, and then you can just transfer the cases over. So that's what I've been doing, but because of that, looking through those CDs, I found some interesting ones here. So, frankly, I don't collect CDs at all, but soundtracks I will pick up. These first 2 are not soundtracks, they're just ones I wanted to have. This is Dave Matthews Band, Every Day. So this is really like a Gen Z band, or not Gen Z, a Gen X band. So it's a little bit, a band that was like really popular maybe when I was in elementary school. So I feel like if you're, 5 to 10 years older than me, you might be a huge fan of Dave Matthews Band. But I like what I know from them, but I'm not like the biggest fan ever, but I do like their music. So what I know on here is The Space Between. So that's the reason I grabbed this one. I can't even read the rest of these at all. I'm sure I know some of these other ones. Every Day, I probably know that one, but I don't know it offhand. So I wanted to grab this one. It was in pretty good shape, and it's complete with a really good case. So worst case scenario, if I need this case for a PlayStation game, then I can just put this in one of my music binders, because I do have a binder, not a very big one, but with some CDs in it, so I can move it over there if I need to. But I'll likely keep this one in its, complete in its case. Dave Matthews Band, Every Day. And then we'll just keep going on here, because this one was, I don't know, this is just a fun find. This is so nostalgic to me, because this is like my age, right? I was just starting high school in the new millennium. This is Will Smith, Willennium. And of course, Wild Wild West is on this album. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on here. Well, you know what? I'm Coming, Will 2K. Do I know that one? I don't know. Maybe I don't know any of the other music. I know Wild Wild West, of course, just because it was so popular from the movie. But yeah, why not? You know what I mean? Another one. It is complete and it's in really good shape, so I'm putting that one in the collection, the very small CD collection, Will Smith, Willennium. We'll keep on going here, because the next 2 are soundtracks, and honestly, this is one did I need this soundtrack in my collection? No, but it's actually pretty decent when you look at the music. This is the Runaway Bride soundtrack. There's U2 on here. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Very good U2 song. Dixie Chicks, who were so ahead of their time. They got canceled before being canceled was a thing, because they were outspoken against Bush, which I was a big fan of them. Martina McBride is on here, Eric Clapton. So a lot of country music, which is really my forte. Believe it or not, I'm a big country music fan. Miles Davis is on here as well. Just a really good random assortment of music from an album you wouldn't expect it from. Now, I don't even think I've seen Runaway Bride in its entirety. I've seen parts of it before, because Bridget's had it on when it was on TV years in the past. And so, yeah, Eric Clapton's on here too. I didn't even catch that one. Mark Anthony. Yeah, so I mean, that's fun. it's a cool soundtrack to have in the soundtrack collection, which is growing all the time. And this one I actually just found this past weekend here. This is Van Helsing, and this is not the soundtrack. Well, it's called the original motion picture soundtrack, but it's the score. So it's music composed by Alan Silvestri. So Transylvania 1887 is on here, Final Battle. So all the music from the film. So I'm sure this one is going to be orchestral versus something like the Runaway Bride soundtrack, which is, music. So licensed music from the film. So yeah, Van Helsing, another one, was in complete condition, and the CD looks like it'll actually play. So that is rare, frankly, at my thrift stores. And so yeah, I was very happy to find this one. So Van Helsing and Runaway Bride are two more for my soundtrack collection. So those are the 4 CDs I grabbed. Now let's jump over to some of the books I picked up. I'll start with the middle grade. I have 4 of those, and the first, well, let me do this one first because this is the only one that's not media tie-in, which I say that it actually has a media tie-in cover, but this is The Indian in the Cupboard, written by Lynn Reed Banks. So I'll be honest, I've been trying to find this book for a very long time. I have one of the sequels to this book, but it's actually in my box to trade away just because I have not been able to find this one, and I could go on Amazon and buy it, sure, but I want to find these at the thrift store. So yeah, I couldn't find it, and then randomly the other day, I stumbled across it. So I definitely had to pick up The Indian in the Cupboard. This was a book that I remember, I want to say reading, but really my dad or my mom read it to me when I was much younger, and I loved this story. I loved the movie. Of course, I have the movie on DVD. I used to have it on VHS tape when it came with a little lock that stuck into the VHS tape. It's just really cool. So yeah, this is a great book. I love this. I need to read the rest of this series, so I'm hoping to find more of these in the series as time goes on. But in the meantime, I have the first one here. So there's The Indian in the Cupboard, written by Lynn Reed Banks. So that's the first of the middle grade books. And then this one ties into the book haul I did the other day. This is Full House Sisters, and it's Will You Be My Valentine? So this is just a middle grade novel set in the Full House universe, and it's going to be, of course, about Michelle and, oh my goodness, not DJ. What's her name? How am I forgetting her name? And it's not written on the back here. Stephanie. Oh, see, middle child syndrome. I completely forgot Stephanie's name. That's ridiculous. Anyway, Full House Sisters, and this one, who is this written by? I don't even know. It doesn't have an author on here. Diane G. Burke is who this one is written by. And you can see, there are quite a few in this Full House Sisters line here. So this is nowhere near the first one. No spine number on it, but I'm sure they're all going to be, not related anyway. And yeah, this is another one I hope to read to my daughter at some point down the line. So that's why I picked it up. Full House Sisters, Will You Be My Valentine? Again, written by Diane G. Burke. I already forgot. That's the second of the middle grade. And then the other 2 are also media tie-in. They're both junior novelizations. This first one here is The Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. So this is the Prince of Persia film with, of course, Jake Gyllenhaal. So I love that they have a junior novelization for this. I've never actually even seen this movie, but of course it is based on the video game, which never even played the video games. I was actually looking to try to find the HD collection for the trilogy on PS3. But that thing is expensive. They had it at Disc Replay, and it was in the glass case at $50. I was like, no, that's not happening. So yeah, we'll see if this junior novelization is any good or not. I hate that they don't have the author's name on the cover. Let me find here. This is adapted by James Ponti, to give credit where it's due. So Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, junior novel by Ponti. And then last but not least was one that I was actually really excited about because my daughter is obsessed with this film like most little kids are. This is Frozen, the junior novel. And another one with no author on the outside here. So this one is written by Sarah Nathan and Sella Roman, as you can see there. Yeah, so this is hardcover, which is really cool. And yeah, this is actually one that I was hoping to find at some point because I know this movie relatively well. I used to watch it when I worked at Family Video. It was play on a loop all the time just because it was a movie with good music that I could play. And then my daughter is obsessed with it. So of course I've seen it a lot there and listened to the music a million times over. So yeah, looking forward to reading this one to my daughter at some point as well. So Frozen, the junior novelization, and this one, you know what, there we go. I saved it with a little marker and I totally forgot. Adapted by Sarah Nathan and Sella Roman. So that's awesome. So those were the 4 middle grade. Now let's jump over to the young adult books I found. So what's great about all three of these books is that they are all similar in style. They are all horror books, and the first one here is Camp Fear, written by Carol Ellis. So this is one that has just a fantastic cover with the snake in the camp bed. It was a $3.50 value, not only $1.99, and that is right on the cover. It's not a sticker, so that's always fun. But yeah, so this one on the back says, "The past can't hurt you, it can kill you." So this is just going to be a young adult horror book set at a summer camp of some sort, and a YouTube channel I follow. I just looked up the name. I've just recently started following, but I really enjoy her content. It's called Slime and Slashers. She was talking about doing a summer camp related book read along sometime this summer. So this would be a great fit for that if I end up doing that. So yeah, just a really fun one. It's very point horror style. I don't know if this one is actually part or considered point horror, but I know it's not part of the original line, but they did expand that point horror line out. So yeah, the first one, Camp Fear, Carol Ellis, and then this one is point, and it has the logo on it and everything. This is Funhouse, written by Diane Ho. Another one. The person that brought these back must have brought them back at the same, I must have gotten these books from the thrift store from the same person, because they both had this exact same blurb on it, or whatever you want to call it, fake sticker. On the back here it says, "You'll have to be punished for that, Tess," the voice said. So yeah, this looks awesome. Just the idea of a young adult horror book set at an amusement park, I am all in for. So yeah, that one should be a ton of fun. I'm curious, as I always am with these books, what year this was published. 1990 was Funhouse. Camp Fear has to be around the same time, right? Let me take a look really fast. Hopefully I don't take too much time here. 93. So Funhouse is 90. Camp Fear is 1993. And then the best of the bunch is because it's written by my favorite author, R.L. Stine. We have a Fear Street book, and this is Ski Weekend. So I love finding these Fear Street books. Whenever I find a Fear Street book, I am picking it up. I would love to have a full collection. It'll never happen in a million years, but man, it would be fun. But you can see here, look at this cover. That is creepy. I love it. I love that. That's fantastic. So on the back, it's, "Don't listen to the stories they tell you about Fear Street. Wouldn't you rather explore it yourself and see if its dark terrors and unexplained mysteries are true? You're not afraid, are you?" That's just fantastic. How fun is that? So it says on the front here, "Where your worst nightmares live. It was a perfect setting for murder." All right, let me get a year on this one just to be consistent. 1991. So R.L. Stine's Fear Street series, Ski Weekend. I don't know. These books, they're so nostalgic to me. I remember, obviously at this time, I was a Goosebumps kid just because of my age, but I remember, as I started getting older and kind of branching out from Goosebumps a little bit, I would always try to get these books from the library, my local library, and they had so many Fear Street books. I was always looking in one section with, for the younger kids, and I remember I had to go to the other side of the library to find the young adult section. And so, yeah, or the teen section it was probably called back then, but yeah, these are just very nostalgic. These covers are fantastic. This is great. I love having these in the collection. So those are the 3 young adult horror books that I've been able to find recently. So now let's jump over to the movies, and one of them is technically TV related, I guess, but I just grabbed 12 at random, so we'll jump over there next. First up is one that, frankly, I might have these cartoons already in the Blu-ray release. I know I have a Blu-ray release related to this, but I don't know if they're on here or not, but I couldn't pass it up for 50 cents. This is Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 2, and this is a 4-disc set, and yes, they are all there, which is fantastic. So yeah, this is just going to be a bunch of, it looks like 24, maybe there's 24 episodes on here is my guess. They're tunes from the 1960s. Yeah, lots of special features as well, which is fantastic. So, I mean, this is really cool. The fact that this was at the thrift store is amazing. Let me open this up a little bit. I like this cover here as well. And then you can see, if you want to see some of the, I don't know if you can even read that or not, but some of the items that are on here, some of the shorts that are listed in here. Yeah, this is really good. So I can't show it all, but yeah, just an awesome set. And like I said, all 4 discs were there, which is super rare when it comes to multi-disc sets at my local thrift store. So yeah, I was very happy to find this one. I think it's just, I don't know, gonna be fun. Like I said, I potentially have these on the Blu-ray set. I think I have a volume 1 of some big Looney Tunes set, but I have no idea what's on. I don't remember. I watched it many, many years ago when it was new, but yeah. So anyway, this is a cool one for the collection. Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 2, a 4-disc set. let's just keep going. So we have Planet 51. So here's a movie that, like, I don't know if this is true or not, but it just felt like a kind of lower budget, maybe lower end family movie for me from like the mid 20-teens. When is this? 2010, I guess, is when this one came out. Yeah, and this is directed by Jorge Blanco. And I don't even know, is this Sony? Yeah, it looks like it might be Sony Pictures. So, yeah, I have no idea if this one is going to be good or not, but Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in it, along with Jessica Biel, Justin Long, like a great cast. So, whatever. Hopefully it'll be enjoyable. Planet 51, another one for the family collection. I actually have quite a few for the family collection, so I'll just keep going here. Next up, which actually I need to clean this case because it's pretty grody. This is Home. And the reason I've always been interested in this one is because the main voice actor in this is Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory. Of course, Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, which Big Bang Theory is one of my favorite shows of all time. Haters gonna hate, and that's fine. I absolutely love it. I die laughing every time I watch every episode. Then it has Rihanna, Steve Martin, and J-Lo in this one as well. So, yeah, another one for the family collection. Is this? Yeah, DreamWorks on this one. So, yeah, hopefully this will be a fun one when I get around to it. And I know my daughter is going to love that little character there. So, that'll be a lot of fun when she watches it. And then this one was just pretty cool because I remember my sister watching this way back when. It's a Hilary Duff movie, which I feel like are a little bit more difficult to find. But this one is not only Hilary Duff, but also Christy Carlson Romano in this as well, who I talked about recently because I picked up Mirrors 2, which also has Christy Carlson Romano in it. And yeah, I love her in that. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I used to love her from Even Stevens. She plays the big sister. And then, of course, Hilary Duff from Lizzie McGuire. So yeah, pretty cool find for 50 cents. Why not add it? My wife will love this one, so I figured, yeah, we're gonna add that to the collection. So is this a Disney original? Yeah, a Disney Channel original movie. Little sticker down there at the bottom, which is cool. And then we have Jim Carrey in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. So this, of course, is a movie based on a very popular middle grade book series. I've never read a single one of these books before, so I don't even really know what this is about, but I know that there are a ton of books in this series that this is based off of, and like Jim Carrey is just one of the best out there, so I'm hoping I'll enjoy it. I've not heard a whole lot about this movie over the years, so I don't know if it's great or not, but I've actually seen this one a lot at the thrift stores, but it's almost always full screen. And so when I came across a one within the correct aspect ratio, I wanted to definitely pick it up. So Lemony Snicket, A Series of Unfortunate Events. And then the last real family movie here is Mr. Magoo with Leslie Nielsen. So this is just fun. Like, first off, gotta love the white DVD case. That is awesome. Another one from Disney here, like old school Disney. I have a few of these white ones in my collection from old school Disney, so I love finding these. But yeah, this is a really funny movie, and that I haven't seen in a very long time, but I remember really liking it when I watched it. So yeah, this is one, frankly, I don't even know if this is, oh yeah, it is. Widescreen, yep, it's okay. I wasn't looking, but yeah, so yeah, this should be a really fun one. Leslie Nielsen is absolutely hilarious. And like I said, I remember this one being really funny. So yes, very happy to add Mr. Magoo to the collection. So those first 6 were really more aimed at kids more than anything else. Well, the next couple here, I guess, are aimed at families. This is a really cool one to find. This is Into the Woods, and this is actually the filmed version of the original Broadway production, which is just awesome. Best part? Totally sealed still, which is really cool. So Into the Woods is a musical that is very close to my heart because it is one that I've actually been in. I got to play the baker in Into the Woods, which was still one of my favorite roles I've ever done. Such a fantastically good time. Sondheim's music is just the best of the best. And so getting to embody this really fun character with that just spectacular music was still one of my favorite roles ever. So yeah, this is really good. I have seen this before. We had it at Family Video when I worked there. And so I played it. You know what? Was it Family Video? I know I watched Shrek the Broadway production of Shrek. Maybe I'm mixing these up. I don't remember, but I think I've seen this one before. So yeah, looking forward to visiting this again because it is such a fantastic show. So Into the Woods, the original Broadway production, and then the other one that is really family oriented, I would say, at least from what, I guess I don't know. I'm just guessing on this one, but this is Mystery Alaska. And on the back, Larry King says this is a sensational movie. So I'm hoping Larry King is right. But you have Russell Crowe in this, Hank Azaria, Burt Reynolds. Like, what a really fun cast. And it is a hockey movie. And that's good enough for me. I enjoy hockey, so I'm hoping I will like this sports movie. On the front here, it says The Rocky of Hockey, which is just fantastic. So yeah, hopefully Mystery Alaska will be as fun as the cast suggests it'll be. These last four are comedies or dramas, all aimed at adults. And so the first one here is Bedazzled with the ever wonderful Brendan Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley. This is a movie that, it's actually a remake, and I've never seen either the original or the remake, but it's always looked fun. And so when I saw it at the thrift store for 50 cents, I decided, yeah, I'm going to pick that up and see if it's any good or not. I love Brendan Fraser, and watching things about Brendan Fraser, who is not doing a ton of movies anymore, like, he just seems like such a genuinely good person. Like, anytime I can watch something with him in it, I'm going to take advantage of it. So for 50 cents, I'm definitely grabbing Bedazzled. And then, of course, Elizabeth Hurley, what's not to love there? So that one should be a lot of fun when I get around to it. And then I guess that's the only comedy. Everything else here is drama. I guess this is actually a Western with Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe, and Leonardo DiCaprio. I didn't even realize. This is The Quick and the Dead. So this is a movie that I've heard, a lot about over the years. Sam Raimi directs this? How did I not realize that? I feel like I must have known that in the past, but I just forgot about it. But man, that one just moved toward the front of my list now. I have to see this. Sam Raimi doing a Western. That is fantastic. I am super fascinated by this one now. So The Quick and the Dead, I will have to check that out. Let me know if this one's any good or not. Is it one of Raimi's better ones, or is it one of his skippable ones? We shall see. And then here we have Belly with Nas, DMX, Terrell Hicks, T-Boys, I don't know, and Method Man. And so this is from Hype Williams, a realistic urban drama highlighted by an all-star hip-hop cast, visually dazzling cinematography, and a pulsing rap soundtrack. So yeah, I'm hoping this one will be a lot of fun. Another one I've heard good things about over the years, so I'm thinking, hey, why not give it a shot, see if it's any good or not. Looks, has a great cast, so, well, at least they're great, artists, so maybe they'll be great actors. I have no idea, but yeah, so we'll see if Belly is any good or not. When is this one even from? 1998, so should be fun. And then last but not least, the last item in this haul, Tommy Lee Jones, Wesley Snipes, and then Robert Downey Jr., pre-Ironman RDJ. This is U.S. Marshals, and this one was 1998. Man, this is a long movie, 2 hours and 10 minutes. I didn't expect that. So solid escapist thrills, crackling, crisp, gritty action. So yeah, this should be a lot of fun. The chase is highlighted by an out-of-control 727, a death match in a ship's cargo hold, a 12-story plunge onto a moving train, and more heart-pounding sequences. Like, okay, that sounds fantastic. We will definitely give this one a shot. And you can see it is another snapper case, so shout out to Miranda. Love that. So yeah, really cool ad for the collection, U.S. Marshals, and that is the last one that I'm sharing in this Thrift Store Haul episode. All right, so there are the movies, at least, a random dozen from the big old pile that I have over there of different movies I found recently. So let me know down in the comments below, have you found anything good from your local thrift stores? I love going to the thrift stores because you literally have no idea what you're going to find. You could find anything there. And so it's just always so much fun digging through the racks, and I love it. So these thrift store episodes are definitely going to continue indefinitely as I continue to find things throughout the days, weeks, and months. And always excited to share these with you guys. So let me know down in the comments below if you've seen or read any of this stuff. Have you listened to any of this music I found this time around? Let me know what your thoughts are on this and anything down in the comments below. I always appreciate all of that support, so thank you so much for that. As always, though, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk one thing media, as this video shows. I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga, music apparently sometimes as well. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching this one, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.